Hi, I'm Joe, and I was tagged by Halley at Spindle Fingers to do the TMI Tag, the Booktube Edition. So I will link to her down below, and I will also link to the original. So these are 50 questions. Wow. And they are all relating to books. So let's get started. What fictional character has the best style? I mean, I imagined them in my head, so they all look pretty good. Your book boyfriend or girlfriend or crush? Darcy. Always Darcy. Ever loved a character but then started hating them? No, but I love to hate Victor Frankenstein. I just love hating him. He's just the best to love to hate, because you can't love him for he's just a bad person. He's a terrible person, but you just love hating him. Biggest or longest book on your shelf? Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. This is a chunk. Heaviest book on your shelf? I think that's this edition of 7 novels by Jane Austen. Do you have any book posters? Yes, I do, and they are all hanging there. Do you have any book themed jewelry? No. Your book OTP, Lizzie and Darcy, and Bridget and Darcy. Favorite book series? I love the Bridget Jones books. Well, the first 2. I am never reading the last one because I've heard of something that happens in it and I do not approve. Favorite book to movie soundtrack? I don't listen to soundtracks. A bookstore you miss or wish would continue? I wish the Bridget Jones series would continue without the 3rd book happening the way the 3rd book happens. Favorite standalone? Since when do you read books? I think that's asking when I started reading books. I've always loved books. I read The Babysitter's Club when I was younger, and I read all of Anne of Green Gables, and then when I had babies, it sort of didn't read so much. When I had babies and a job, oh my goodness, that was awful. But in the past few years, I have picked it back up, and because of Booktube, I now know of so many amazing books that I just can't stop reading. Which Hogwarts house are you in? I don't know. I've never read Harry Potter. Quality you look for in a book? Good writing? And I know that this isn't necessarily the author's fault, but when whoever is editing the book misses or approves or makes a bunch of grammatical mistakes, it just irritates me, and then I just can't enjoy the book. That is the quality I look for in a book. Good editing. Favorite book quote? Favorite author? Jane Austen. Favorite book cover? Alright, I have this 2 book edition in a slipcase of the Sherlock Holmes, and they're gorgeous, like this. But you take off this slipcover, and oh my gosh, how lovely is that? So there's a new one for that question. Action or romance? I would say romance, but not as in like Harlequin romance. Just, I like books that are character driven and not an action problem solving driven. I want to read about people, why they think the way they do, why they do the things they do, how they got from here to there, from the beginning of the book to the end of the book. So I'm going to go with romance. Where do you go when a sad moment happens? My bed. How long do you need to finish a book? It depends on how long the book is. 1 day or 3 or 4 days. How long is your mourning period? A day? Least favorite book? I have a book that I didn't finish, and that was Jonathan Franzen book, Freedom. Yeah, I couldn't get through that. Turn on in a character. They are confident or become confident throughout the book. They grow into a better version of themselves. Turn off in a character. Whiny. Reason you joined Booktube? Because of the books and the people. So I could talk about books. Name a scary book. Dracula. Last book that made you cry. What was the last book that made me cry? East of the Sun. I just read it. Last book you gave 5 stars. I honestly don't know. Like on Goodreads that I gave 5 stars. Favorite book titles. Last book you read, Woodswoman by Anne LaBastille. Book you are currently reading. I am currently reading Prodigal Summer by Barbara Kingsolver. Last book adaptation you watched. I recently rewatched Bridget Jones's Diary, the first one. Character you've always wanted to talk to, Lizzie Bennett. Author you've always wanted to talk to, Jane Austen. Also Kurt Vonnegut. Favorite snack while you're reading. I eat anything. Soup's really hard to eat while you read though, so that's not my favorite snack while I'm reading. World you want to live in. I'm pretty content with this world right here. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I am not living without running water. So I do not want to live in some post-apocalyptic world. I can live anywhere as long as I have running water and modern medicine, particularly painkillers. I think I'll be okay. Last time you smelled a book. Every dang day. Weird insults in books. There are some good ones in Retribution Falls by Chris Wooding, and then there are usually some good ones in Kurt Vonnegut's books also. And Jane Austen has some good ones. Favorite romance? Pride and Prejudice. Do you write? Nope. Favorite magical item? Unicorns? Is that a magical item? I don't know. It'd be pretty cool to have a magic cat too, like a talking cat. I don't really need it to do things, although I was just thinking about this yesterday. If I could train my cats to do laundry and clean, I'm pretty sure my husband will let me get more cats. That would be amazing. I mean, he couldn't possibly say no more cats if they're doing the laundry and cleaning the house. So I want that. I want a magical cat that, or a wand, and I could just go boop, clean, and say the cat did it, and then get more cats. I basically want any magical item that will lead to me getting more cats. Your Quidditch position. I don't even know what Quidditch is, aside from something in Harry Potter, which I have not read. Song you connect to a book. Nope. Favorite book-related chat-up line? Don't have one. And so, no, I have never used it. Favorite fandom? I'm not really a part of any fandom. I don't think. I mean, I guess I consider myself a Janeite, but I don't, belong to any message boards about Jane Austen. I get a newsletter from the Jane Austen Museum in England, which I'm very far away from. How many books do you own? I do not even want to think about that. This is probably a little less than half of the books that I own. And who do you tag? I don't know. I will tag some people right here, and that's all I got. I am really interested to know about how many books you own. If you do this tag, let me know so I can check out your video, and let me know about how many books you own. And I will talk to you later. Bye.